Hey guys, I am so excited to do this Maleficent transformation video for you guys. So we're going to start off by blocking our eyebrows with some glue. So I'm just taking a glue stick, washable glue, and I'm going to push my eyebrows up, and actually I'm just going to make them all go crazy like this. We want the glue to get in every little space in our brows, and then with a spoolie I'm going to brush all of my brow hairs up so that they lay completely flat. Now I'm adding another layer of glue, and I'm just going to run the glue stick straight up in the direction that my brows are going. So just like that, and again we're going to take the spoolie to brush the glue through our brows and distribute the glue evenly. And then I'm just going to let that dry. As that's drying, I'm going to grab some baby wipes and I'm just going to clean the glue around my skin, so anywhere that's not on my brows, I'm going to clean up the glue. And once that's dry, I am going to add yet another layer of glue. I block out my eyebrows with most of my costume looks that I do, but if you notice, I do it a little differently each time, and that's just because I'm still doing the whole trial and error to figure out the best way that works for me to block out my eyebrows. So this is just what I'm doing for this particular look. Anyways, we're done with the glue. I'm going to wipe off the excess that's on my skin and allow the remainder layer of glue to dry. Now once that's finally dry, we can go ahead and add concealer, and I'm using my favorite, which is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and then I'm taking this little sponge from e.l.f. Cosmetics and I'm going to dab this right onto my brows, really concentrate the product there, but then blend out the concealer onto the rest of my skin, so that way our eyebrows aren't like these big patches of concealer. You know, it kind of blends a little better into our skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that until my brows are pretty much covered. Now we can set everything. I'm taking the e.l.f. translucent powder. This stuff is messy, you guys. But I'm just going to take the same sponge and just press that right onto my brows like so. I'm not kidding, this stuff really is messy. It just gets everywhere. There's no way to avoid it. So now moving on to the eyes, I'm taking my Kat Von D Metal Matte Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm going to start off by taking the brown shade Oak, and I'm going to trace out where I want my eyebrows to be. So Maleficent has black eyebrows, but I wanted to start with a brown eyeshadow just in case I messed up. So I'm just going to take that brown eyeshadow on an angled brush to trace out the brows, and the brows are basically mountain peaks. That's what they are. We're creating mountain peaks right now. So I'm going to trace out the same mountain peak on the next eye, and once we have that, that's basically the stencil for the brows. Now we can go back and kind of add the shape to the brows. So I'm taking that same brown eyeshadow and I'm going to give these mountain peaks a little more shape to make them look a little more like eyebrows, even though Maleficent has the most ridiculous looking eyebrows ever. And if you mess up, have no fear, that's what Shape Tape is here for. Now with any black liquid liner, this is the Blink Liquid Eyeliner Pen, we are going to trace out our brows and make them bold and black. And this was a little scary because I was so scared to mess up. But again, if you mess up, it's okay. That's what Shape Tape is there for. Whoa! Don't drop your eyeliner pen like I did. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly fill in my brows on both sides, and then we can move on to the next step. Now that our brows are done, I'm going to go back with that brown eyeshadow and the angled brush, and I'm going to create a V on my forehead, and this is going to be part of Maleficent's headpiece. So later on you're going to see that we're going to actually fill this in with black face paint, but we'll just trace out this outline for right now. And I'm also going to bring those peaks down. Now we have a giant M on our forehead. And I'm also going to bring it down to my jawline, and see, this is why I love working with the eyeshadow, because if I mess up, I can just wipe it off and try again. And the reason we're doing this is because, number one, Maleficent has a very narrow face, so this is kind of going to give the illusion of a more narrow face, but also her headpiece that she's wearing, like her costume, it's pretty unique, and I don't have anything like that, but it kind of covers the whole perimeter of her face, so only the center of her face is really exposed. So we're going to eventually cover all that with black face paint. From the Kat Von D Metal Matte Eyeshadow Palette, I'm taking the light purple color, which is Silk, and I'm going to create another little mountain peak, but on my eye, and I'm starting from the inner corner of my eye and going up past my crease, and then bringing it down towards the outer corner of my eye. And then once I get the shape that I am going for, I'm going to just take a flat shader brush and I'm going to fill in that entire little triangle with that color. I'm going to wet my shadow brush and take the color Twinkle, which is a light shimmery purple color, and I'm going to place this right over the triangle that we created. So that darker purple is going to be our base, but overall the lid color that Maleficent had was actually a pretty light color. So now that we have that done, I'm going to go back in with my eyeliner pen and trace out the little triangles that we created. And this is going to not only add separation between the two eyeshadow colors that we're doing, but it's just going to make it stand out and be a lot more bold and animated. I'm going to wet another shader brush and take the color, where is it? The color Ribbon from the Metal Matte eyeshadow palette. This is a darker, deeper purple, and I'm going to place this above the little mountains that we created on our eye. And this was very time consuming. The color just was not really cooperating the way I wanted it to. So this was definitely the most time consuming out of this entire look because I really just had to pack on that color for a nice even coat of that eyeshadow. But once we got that done, both eyes done, woot woot woot, we can go ahead and move on to the face. I'm going to start off by taking the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I think, I could be wrong, but I think this is my first time trying this primer, and it's pretty darn amazing, I will say that. But I'm going to gently and carefully apply this all over my face that's not covered in makeup already. And then for the face, I have this green body paint. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand, and I'm also going to mix it with a little bit of my Shape Tape concealer because we don't want like a green, like straight up bold green. It's kind of a pale green, like Maleficent's face. At least the Disney cartoon version that I was looking at has a very pale green complexion. So the mixture of the two was like the perfect green shade, and I'm just going to take that on a foundation brush and brush that all over my skin, being careful around the eye area. And I'm keeping this green on the inside of the face, so I'm not going to put it on the perimeter of my face at all because again, we are going to cover that with black. Now I'm going to take my eyeliner pen and create a wing with my eyeliner. So I'm going to line my eyes and then wing it out slightly. The reason I wanted to do this after applying the green face paint was because after creating a wing, I could imagine that applying green face paint around that would be a little tricky. So I just thought this was easier to do. With a black eyeliner pencil, I'm going to line my tight line so that there's no space or gaps with my eyeliner. And then I'm also going to line my lower lash line just to finish up and round out the eyes. And after the eyeliner, I'm going to apply a few coats of mascara. This is the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I'm just going to apply this to my top and bottom lashes, and then we can move on to falsies. And for lashes, I'm going to be using the Kiss Blooming Lash in the style Peony, which are just nice, full, voluminous lashes. And I just want to quickly apologize for all the background noise throughout this voiceover. It's been a long day. Now moving on to the lips, I wanted to use the Kylie Cosmetics Mary Jo K lip liner, but as you can tell by my face, that wasn't going to happen. I couldn't find my pencil sharpener, so instead I went with the Urban Decay lip liner. I think this is in the shade 22. It's just a very bright red lip liner, and I'm just going to line my lips, and I did kind of curve them out a little bit. I know that has more of a Joker feel, but to me it just feels very sinister, and you know, we are doing a Disney villain, so it just made sense to me. And now I'm going to fill in the lips with the Mary Jo K liquid lipstick to top it all off. So now we are basically done with our face, like all the makeup and glamour part. Now we just have to fill in black, which is going to be kind of part of the costume. So I'm just going to fill in everything exposed with black. So if you can see my skin, we're going to cover it with black right now. So the neck, the chest, my ears, my forehead, and this part you can totally ignore because I was looking at a picture of Maleficent and her costume had, or her like outfit had like these gray stripes on it. tried to recreate it. I ended up getting rid of it. I painted over it with black again because I did not like it, so totally ignore that step. But now I'm just going to put on a black wig because I have blonde hair and we want to cover that, obviously. And I have these like styrofoam Maleficent ears I got during Halloween time at Target. They're like so cheap and you could totally make this yourself, but I bought these and I'm just going to slip this on like a headband, and ta-da, we have our Maleficent horns. And now I'm just going to adjust the wig and everything so it's all comfortable, but that is basically it. I was struggling for a while because I just wasn't happy. Like there's something missing about this look and I just really needed to cover my neck. So I grabbed my black bathrobe and just tossed that right over my neck, and I was happy with the look. I know, so silly. So here I am just kind of touching up some things that I just wasn't happy with. So as you can see, I got rid of those gray stripes, and then also the little V that we made on our forehead. I made it a lot wider and I thought it just looked a lot better. So you keep that in mind whenever you recreate a look. Sometimes you're going to have to make adjustments at the end. Like you may think you're done, but there's going to be a few adjustments here and there that you're going to need to do to really complete the look. So once I threw on the black bathrobe, I felt like this look was finally complete. So ta-da! Here is our completed Maleficent look. I hope you guys enjoyed this transformation video and found it fun. I don't think anyone's going to recreate this, but if you do, tag me so I can see a picture. I would love to see your guys' recreation. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!